Hello, and welcome back to This Board Game Life. I'm your host, Mark, and today I'm continuing my Dice Throne missions, Marvel Dice Throne missions. Doing this. This is the cooperative campaign style game. If you haven't seen any of the previous videos, there's been 8 videos I've played so far. So I've done the first 4 missions, both the Henchman side and the boss side. So feel free to go and check those out. I have the next mission set up. It's the Magia. So I will show that out to you here in a second. I think I'm ready to go. But before we get started, please do hit like and subscribe to the channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon so you will be alerted anytime new content drops. And if you would, please share this content out to friends, family, neighbors, whoever you think might enjoy this content. And then feel free to comment. Let us know your thoughts. Had someone reply to me, send a comment about the fact this token right here, as I'm playing as Wolverine, and how one of the abilities they pointed out, one of the things that I was questioning in one of my playthroughs. So I was very grateful for them for that. So I'm bound to make mistakes. There's a lot happening, and but I'm having fun, and that's the ultimate. But all right, so let's get to the table, and we'll show you. Oh boy, did the camera? We get zoomed in. We are definitely zoomed in way too far. Okay, so I need to just want that to be a little bit more on point for you. All right. Okay, so I've got everything. Let me double check. Oh, I start with 2 CP. Not 1, 2. Okay. So this is the Magia. So this is Kingpin is the boss. So I got to get through this mission run first. Before then I can do it successfully. Then I can take on Kingpin. So this says Magia has infiltrated New York City government and is wreaking havoc on public safety. Bust up their hideout to get dossiers naming all their insiders. All these little tokens are the dossiers, and this one is going to be a bit of a challenge. And I think I've got a plan. But what's going to happen is, as the crisis clock moves, the first place it's going to hit in 2 rounds is the point men. And if there's no hero, if I'm not standing adjacent to them, both of these guys, then they're going to destroy an adjacent dossier, which I don't want that to happen. Okay? I want to try to collect those. My goal of this is to pick up all the dossiers before they're destroyed, then move all heroes through the exit, or defeat all the henchmen. Now, failure, so when a henchman crisis abilities will destroy unrecovered dossiers, if a single dossier is destroyed, I lose the game. So if I had, if I was playing with 4 people cooperatively, then we could all stagger and say, hey, get in between everybody, and just kind of stay there. But this one, by myself, I'm going to have to make sure I'm paying attention to the crisis clock and moving myself into position, like to be here, and when it's coming up on this guy, to be someone next to him to grab these tokens. So a little bit different. The mission and these dossiers are going to dictate how I have to move. So that's different from previous versions. Okay. And I get to do, so on my last run, one of the perk points I got was that I get to start with a chosen hero. I gain a +3 damage. So on my first attack, or I'll probably use it on my first attack, but I get to do an additional 3 damage. All right. Oh, I did miss some setup. So the bruisers, these guys, they're going to get shields, which are 3, and they also have 12 health on them. So I need to put their health token. So they're basically starting at 15. Okay. And then the henchmen are going to be the same. So I'm sorry, the point men. These are getting 12 plus. They each get a shield. The dreadnought is getting 20. He's going to start with 20 health. Okay. All right. Let's see. I am fully set. All my stuff is ready to go. Let me double check my mission setup. My correct level momentum card. I do have that. I'm at momentum 2. Chose a mission. I dealt my 3 allies face up that I can choose from. I do have my enemy dice pool right here. I got my character on the map. I got the crisis clock. I went and set that up. I set all that stuff for those guys. The boost tiles are out. And apply any unlocked perks. So I've done everything to set up. So I'm going to turn this over so that I have my turn phases ready to go. And so for my allies, what I have this time is I've got Kitty Pride. So she'll cost me 1 to recruit, and I do have 1. So I can recruit during my I think it's during my upkeep phase. Or is it during my movement? I think it's during my main phase I can do this. I can recruit. I've been playing all this, and how am I forgetting that? So, past the start, we don't have to do that. Collect all the boost tiles in your space. Upkeep, income, which you skip on the first turn. Main phase, offensive roll. But I'm pretty sure this is I can buy these during my initial during my main phase. All right. So I will gain a shield when I collect her, when I recruit her. And then once per round during doing my defensive roll phase, I can spend a momentum to perform an additional roll temp of up to 5 dice. And also I can exhaust after doing that. And then I may change the value of up to 3 of these dice. So that's her. All right. Then we've got Jeff. I gain shields when I recruit him once per round during my roll phase. So offense or defense. I can spend a momentum to add 2 damage as a modifier, and when I can exhaust him, I can add 2 damage, another 2 damage when I exhaust him. So this, for 1, might be a really good thing to start. Every time I attack, I can spend 1 to do an additional damage. And then we've got Nightcrawler. All right, he's another ally available. I will gain shields. This is great. All of them are going to give me a shield. And once per round during my main phase, I can spend 2 momentum to take an additional move on the board. Oh, then deal 2 undefendable damage to an enemy with melee. And when I exhaust this, I would gain a shield. I could take an additional move, which would give me. I'll be able to collect these. I'd have a movement I could stop, and then when I go into my thing, I could spend 2 momentum to move again. That might be a good thing to start out with this guy. But Jeff would give me, for only 1 momentum, it does give me 2 additional damage every round. So that's kind of where we're at. Now, I get to start, one of my perks is I get to put this ability. It's a, focus fire. So I put it on the first guy that I plan to interact with, and focus fire. So when he has this and he's attacked, I get to increase the damage I do to him by 1. So basically, and let me double check. I think it comes off after that. Or does he have to remove it? Oh no, it's persistent. It's persistent, so he's going to have to somehow remove it, and I don't think they have that ability. So, putting it on him to start. Okay, so first things first, we're going to move, and one of the rules is these dossiers is so when I end my movement phase adjacent to a dossier, I pick it up and it's now recovered and cannot be destroyed. So I'm going to move here first. I'm going to pick this up so it cannot be destroyed. I'm going to just set that right here. So we just got a number. I need 5 total. Make sure I'm not missing any of these little... Okay. I see 5 of them, so I think we're good. All right, so I've got 1 of 5. All right, and that's my movement. Now, I didn't land on any tiles. I don't do an up. There's nothing to upkeep, and I don't do income on the first round because it's the very first round of the game. So I skip that, and then we basically just go right into the main phase. Let's see what we've got. I do have 2 combat points. I can upgrade this, my defense, which allows me to do another dice. But, so that we're going to do that. We're going to go ahead and spend the 2 combat points to just maximize my defense right off the bat. Now, with Wolverine, you don't have like shields or any way to defend the incoming attack. Essentially, I'm going to gain rage, or I might do undefendable damage back, but I still take all damage that comes my way. So we're going to spend that. Then I'm going to go ahead and recruit Jeff. We're going to spend my 1 momentum, so take that down to 0 as well. We're going to recruit Jeff. I gain a shield. All right. So I now have 3 for shield. And then I won't be able to spend anything on this first one because I don't have any momentum. And there is none available out here on the board. So I'm going to need to... How can I gain? There are no momentum tokens on... Oh, wait, here's one. So I can transfer status effect token or gain 2 momentum. That's the only momentum gain? Uh-oh. So, do I want to recruit him? I don't know how well I'll be able to use him. Well. I will gain momentum at the end of the game, but doesn't look like there's a lot of options to gain it. All right. Well, I wonder if I should save it for something else. I think I might hold off. We'll put the shield back. I think I'm just going to hold off because I'm not seeing a lot of opportunity to gain any momentum here. And I don't have that on my board. So, because, yeah. All right. So we're going to leave it at that. So now we're going to go, that's 0. We're going to go ahead and start our roll. So we're doing an additional damage to him plus these 3, and he's got 15 on him. So we need some pretty good dice roll here. All right, so I've got 2 6s, 2 5s, and a 3, 2 masks, 2 adamantiums, and a claw. So 2 masks and a claw. That's regenerate. It does me no good at this point. I don't need to do the healing. I could keep... I think what we'll do is we'll keep the masks. We're going to try severe threat. And I just need to basically get 2 more claws, and I have a 50-50 chance of rolling claws, and I got 2 more chances to roll my dice. So we're going to try the severe threat. There's 1. I need 1 more. Come on, make it happen. Otherwise, we are doing probably a whole lot of nothing. You've got to be kidding me. That's how we're going to start? Okay, I got regenerate. I can't heal. Well, I can heal. Uh, okay, so I can do some damage to him, but not what I wanted. Wow, that's a bummer. And I don't have any combat points to spend because I did that. Otherwise, I could fix that if I had not upgraded that. But all right, we don't have a choice. 6, 5, 3. I don't have a small straight. Nope. So all we got is regenerate. So I'm going to heal one. You can go 10 above your max. My max is 45. I start with 46 because I get a bonus. I'm dealing 3 undefendable damage to him. I'm going to go ahead and hit him with this additional 3. So that is 6. Plus this is 7. So I'm going to take out the shield. That leaves 4 left. There's another 2. And now he's down to 8. So we've got him down to 8 damage. Not a great opening salvo, but it is what it is. All right, so we go into the second main phase. There's nothing for me to do. So my turn is over. So we're going to roll the enemy dice. And let's see who attacks. So the bruisers need 3 slashes we didn't get. So 2 slashes and a pinwheel. So the point men will attack, and they are ranged, so he can attack me as well. So they're both going to inflict bleed. Oof. That's not good. That's 2 bleed tokens on me. They're both going to deal 4 damage. That is defendable. And I get to roll 4 dice. So it's a total of 8 damage coming from both of them. I gotta deal this one at a time. So we're gonna take this first guy. So let's do this one at a time. He inflicts bleed. He can do a ranged attack. He's gonna deal 4 damage. I just rolled, so I'm taking 4 damage. Right here. Okay, so I'm taking 4 down to 43. Then I've got 3 claws, so I'm doing 3 damage back to him. So he's going to be down to 5. Okay. And let's see, I did damage to him, so the focus. That's not an attack though, because this only works on my attack. This was a defense, and I did not gain rage. Okay, so then he's going to attack me as well. He's going to inflict bleed, which let me read what bleed does. I think that's in my upkeep. So, affected with this token, I must roll a 1 dice during my upkeep. On a 1 to 4, I'm dealt a damage. On a 5 or 6, I remove it. And it has a stack limit of 2. So those are not going to be fun to deal with. So I am taking the 4 damage from him. So I'm down to 39. I do get to roll my 4 dice. All right. I do 3 damage to him. So his shield's gone away. And I do gain rage, which will be helpful. All right. Now, that should be it. We move the crisis clock 1 more, so it's blank there. And now it goes back to my turn. So now, after this turn, the point men are the crisis clock on their next turn is going to point to them, which means that ability, that's going to trigger. So I have to move right next to them at this point. So first thing I do is my movement. So I'm going to move around and get right in between them. So I'm adjacent to both of them so that this guy cannot destroy either of those. All right. So now on my upkeep, I have 2 bleed tokens, so we have to do one at a time. So we're gonna do one here. I gotta roll. If I roll a 5 or a 6, I remove it. Otherwise, I take a damage. I rolled a 3, so I take a damage, and this token stays. Whoop. Now we'll check this one. I got a 4. I take a damage. It stays. Okay. All right. Now I do my upkeep. So I'm gaining a 1 combat, one CP. I draw a card. All right, that's good. I needed this. Okay. So not doing anything other than going into the attack mode. So we're gonna go back after this guy since he's the weakest. Ooh. At 654. So I've almost got a small straight. He needs 5. I mean, if I could get a 3 and I could roll 2 dice 2 more times. If I could get a 3, I would take him out plus gain rage and heal 1. The 4 adamantiums. With the 3, I could heal 4, gain rage, and draw a card. But I think I want to really take him out. I could keep these 3 and just try to roll 2 claws. Because then that would still kill him, and I could gain rage and draw a card. The odds of rolling that, it would be better. So it didn't work for me last time. I need 2 claws. Hey, got it. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I did roll the small straight. But this will give me a card, deal the damage I need to take him out. This would kill him too. But this one would give me another card and possibly another rage. So we're doing Hunter on him. I get to draw a card. Nice. I'm dealing 6 damage to him. Basically, this gives me 7. He is toast. Oh, that's right. That's how I'm going to gain some CP. Because I'll gain him every time I kill these guys. When you kill a guy, you gain 2 momentum, sorry. So that's helpful. So he done died. All right. That's it. I can target. Oh, I got my second main phase, which will be nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. All right, so we shall be done. So then we go back to this guy's phase. All right, so, oh, it's all pinwheels. Okay, nope, 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 nope. No attack. That's beautiful. Nobody attacks because all I drew was pinwheels. So that is great news. All right. So there's nothing there now. So there's no enemy attack. There's nothing for me to do at defense. The crisis clock will rotate. If no hero is adjacent to you, you would destroy an adjacent dossier. I am next to him. He's the only point man because I killed that one. So he does not do anything to that. Otherwise, he will deal 3 collateral damage to all heroes within melee range. So I do lose 3 health. Okay. And that's it. That ends their turn. So now I get to move. And let's see. I want a combat point or another card. I think I'm gonna go. And you can move as far on your movement. There's no limit to movement. So I'll need to be over here after the next round. I got a round, so I'm gonna end up discarding a card here soon. So I could go here and take another token. Or again, I could just worry about killing the guys. I don't have to pick up all the dossiers, essentially, because I can kill all the henchmen. It does the same thing. But I can go... So I could go over here. I'm going to go here to draw a card. Gives me an extra card. Okay. And then I'm going to upkeep. I have bleed here, so we got to roll for both bleeds. I got to take a damage for one of them. And that one, I got to get rid of those bleeds. Then income, gain a CP. I gain a card. And I think that's the free one. Yep. So we're going to upgrade adamantium claws for free. And then we're in the main phase. I could transfer one status effect token to another player. I'm tempted to put it on him, and then at the beginning of every round, he'll at least take a damage. Well, I suppose I would roll a dice for him anyways. Because I would roll one of their dice to see if they could do that. But it takes one of the bleeds off of me. But it's going to cost me the 2 combat points. I know I got cards where I can get rid of it. I know I got one somewhere in my deck that'll remove all of them. So I don't know if I want to spend my... I think I'm going to go a little longer. I'm going to hold on to that. Let's see what happens. All right. So we are ready to roll combat. All right. Well, I could try to roll one more adamantium and do Hunter again. Let's try. See if I can get... I need a red. One more roll here. Come on, give me a red. Oh! That went off the table. There we go. Got it. Whoo! So I'm going to draw a card. Okay. 6 damage to him. And I'm going to use Rage. I have to discard a card. So Rage will give me additional damage. So I'm doing 9 damage to him. So he'll have 3 left. He has 3 damage left. And because I have to discard, but I gain Rage if this card's discarded as a result of spending Rage. So that's pretty cool. I got my Rage token back. So he's almost toast. Let's see. I could do it again, and that would kill him. So let's do it again. Let's Rage on him. Discarding, it does give 3. It does take his 3 away. So he does die. Gain 2 momentum. And because I'm discarding this card, it's the same as this one's Frenzy. I gain Rage back for discarding that card for it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 cards. Nothing to discard at the moment. All right. So, enemy turn. Okay, so the bruisers will hit 3 of these, so they are melee only, and I'm not in melee range. Which is great because they both deal 8 damage. So if I was sitting here this turn, I would have taken 16 damage. Point men are all defeated, so they don't attack. There's no yellow for the dread, so the yellow doesn't attack, and neither do the security turrets. So now I got to discard, so that goes. And what I do here is I don't look. I just kind of shuffle my deck up, and I'm going to pull a random card out, and that gets discarded. So, all right. So now it is my turn again. Now I need to get in the middle of those guys on my movement because their next turn they're gonna destroy these. So we're gonna just go over here. This does give me another card. Oh goody, that's nice. That's beautiful. We're gonna do the upkeep. So I've got one bleed token. I'm taking damage for 1 and 2. Got to get rid of those. Okay, so then we're gonna do our income. 1 combat point, 1 card. And I'm going to spend this. It doesn't cost me anything, but I gain 2 combat points, which is nice. So let's see about... We are going to spend 2. We're going to transfer this token. We're going to transfer one of these bleeds, and I want to put... I think I want to put it on this guy and try to get him to start whittling down. He's got 20. But I could put it on one of these guys, but it'll last longer probably over there. So I'm going to spend the 2 combat points, transfer that. And then let's roll. These guys have 15 both, so let's just I got Hunter again right off the bat. 2, 3, 4, 5. I also have a small straight. Oh, and I got rid of the card. So doing the alpha will only gain me... I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to just go with what I have. I'm going to do the Hunter again. So I'm going to get... because I gives me another card. Oh, good. That's good. That's a freebie that I can do at the end of my turn. I'm going to deal 6 damage to him, but I can also rage. So I'm going to do 9 damage to this guy. So it's 3, 4, 5. And this will go down to 6. Okay, so he's got 6 damage on him. And if this card's discarded as a result of spending rage, I get to roll 2 dice. And on a mask, I get to return this card to my hand. If no mask was rolled, I heal 2. No mask. So this goes out, but I do heal 2, which is very helpful right now. Okay. And then we go into my second main phase. This doesn't cost me anything to spend. I'm going to roll 1 dice, and I gain half the value as combat points, rounded up. It's 1. Oh, I gain 1 combat point. Still better than nothing. It was a free combat point. Okay. All right, so then we roll their dice, and the bruisers don't attack because they needed 3 of those things. The point men are gone. He needs 1 of each, so the dreadnought, who is ranged, will... I got to roll. I'm going to roll a different dice. So I'm going to roll this one here for him because he's got bleed on him. So he's taking a damage. He does take 1 damage. Oh, wait, I just flipped that over to 9. Okay. Doesn't do a lot, but it's there, right? Okay, so he is attacking me for 6 damage. I am down to 26. Okay, I do get to roll 4 dice. I gain 2 rage. That's beautiful. And I do 1 damage to him. So take that down to an 8. Okay. And then because this triggered, the security turrets are shooting. So if the targeted opponent is not adjacent to a henchman, which I am, inflict bleed, and deal 4 undefendable damage. So I'm safe because I'm next to Henchmen. Beautiful. So that's good news for me. So now this goes, and because I am adjacent to these guys, they do not the dossier does not get destroyed, but they are going to inflict a knockdown on me. I wonder, is knockdown? Let's see, what's its stack limit? Okay, yeah, it's just 1. So what happens is, to remove this, I must spend 2 combat points before my offensive roll phase to remove it. Otherwise, it sits there, and I can't. And then I can't. Then I have to skip my offensive roll phase and then remove the token. So I can spend 2 combat points and still fight, or I can skip my fight and then remove it that way. All right. So the next, I need to be next to him within 2 rounds. So I'm safe to stay where I'm at. I think I'm just going to stay right where I'm at. Oh, I moved. At the end of that movement, when I moved there, I should have collected this because I was standing next to it. And I still want to take all of them out anyways because I get an extra perk point if I do. So we're going to stay where we are. Well, you know what? I'm going to move here. I'm going to move here to gain a combat point. And then I can still spend momentum to do a ranged attack on him. Okay, so that's my movement. And I'm going to do upkeep. So I have 2 freaking bleed. Or I got 1 bleed token. And I got to take a hit for that. Down to 25. Okay. And then I'm going to just spend the 2 CP to get rid of that. So I can still fight this turn. Okay. Oh, no, so that was my upkeep. So now I go into my income. So I gain a card. Ugh. These cards are not good. They're basically all rolling stuff, which is good to have, just not, I don't want a whole handful of them. Okay. Well, if I rage, I think I'm going to still go after the dude for 6. I think that's what I'm going to do, so. Oh, look at this. So I could regenerate. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do regenerate. So I rolled regenerate. I get to heal for 1. Deal 3 undefendable damage to him. Okay, so I'm going to spend a momentum to make it a ranged attack. I am going to do 3 damage to him, but I'm also going to rage, which will make it 6, which takes him out. And I got to get rid of a card. And I will gain 2 momentum for taking him out. So I'll just get rid of this card. Change value of any 1 die. That sucks. That's a tough one to lose. But then I remove any 1 status effect. Bye-bye, bleed. So all in all, not bad. Killed him, got rid of bleed. We're in good shape. And I have nothing else to do on this turn. So we go to their turn. So again, the bruisers need 3, and he got them. Okay. So he's going to strike. He's going to deal 8 damage to me. Oof. Down to 18. I really need to get some healing. This has been a rough one. It's still like a difficulty 2 out of 6. This has been the first game where I've really seen my health like taking a nosedive here. So, all right. And then, so he dealt 8 damage to me. The pointmen would, but they are both dead. There's no yellow, so no one else attacks. The crisis clock moves to nothing. So now I need to move, and I'm just going to probably get right in there. Whoops, I don't need his dice. Oh, and on his, I need to roll. Okay, so he takes another hit. So he's down to 7 there. He's got to bleed. Okay, so now it's my turn. I'm going to move. I'm going to take this to gain 2 momentum. Then I'm standing right between them. And I think at this point, I'm gonna acquire Jeff. So he's gonna cost me a momentum. When I gain him, I gain shield because I really need it. And now I can start spending 1 momentum every round to add 2 damage to my attack. So welcome to the fight, Jeff. Okay, that's my movement. Upkeep is I'm good at the moment. It's 2 income, 1 combat, 1 card. Another orange. Well, that's a good one though. I can prevent 6 damage. That one's a good one. So, whoop. Time to roll. So, he's at 17, he's at 15. I'm just going to end up staying here. So, I guess it doesn't matter which one I take out first. Because if no hero's adjacent to you, he can't destroy this dossier because I'm adjacent to him anyways. So, at this point, I can just sit here and duke it out. So, I think I'm just going to go after the bruiser. He's got 15. Okay. Man, that's a lot of adamantium. Or, yeah, a lot of adamantium. I need 3 of those. 4, 5. I'm nowhere near anything else. Am I going to do Hunter again? Is this just going to be a night of doing Hunter? All right, I just need a claw. There it is. Which is not bad, because it does let me have a card. There it is, remove all status of tokens. Hold on to that one as long as I can. All right, we're going to deal 6 damage. So, okay, so we're gonna rage. We're gonna do 9 damage to him. So that's 3, 4, 5. Another 4 turns this into a 6. All right, and I got to get rid of. I want to keep both of these. I really like to have that one if I can. I think I'm going to get rid of this guard. I think that's the best option for me. All right, so I dealt my right. So, I did my damage. Now I'm going to roll 4 dice. I gain rage on a mask. Ooh, and I did. So I gain rage back. Okay. And that's going to end my turn. All right. So the good news is I'm safe from the security turrets if the yellow comes up, because I'm adjacent to 2 of them. So he needs 3, and he can't do it. So they're not striking. They're dead, and he needs yellow. So they're not attacking me. We go to here. Again, if no heroes adjacent to you, destroy a dossier. Otherwise, inflict burn. So I'm getting burn. And burn is going to do this. A player afflicted with this token is dealt 2 undefendable damage during their upkeep. And it is persistent. So I got to get rid of her. So, okay. So now that ends their turn. I can move if I want. Oh, I forgot to take this at the end of my movement. Not that I need it, but when I moved there, I can take that when it was adjacent to me. Okay, so I don't need to move. I'm just going to stay put. So there's no need for me to move. I take 2 damage during the upkeep. There's not much I can do about it. I know I have a shield of 3, but the shields they're 3. So if I use it to get rid of 2, then I'm basically burning 1. So I'm kind of holding on to that for the moment and taking the real hits. Okay, now I do an upkeep, or I did my upkeep. I'm doing my income. And I'm going to spend 2 combat point to remove it. Hoping to use that one. Maybe there was multiples, but let's get rid of that. Okay. We're just going to roll. We're going to do some rolling. Oh, I didn't spend the 2. I could have spent this to add 2 more to him. I forgot. All right, I got to remember Jeff's here. I hired him. Let's put him to use. I got plenty of momentum. Okay, so at this point, I might want to just try to start rolling some adamantium claws to gain some health. I would need another 3. Would be great to get me some healing. Uh-oh. Come on. Give me 2 more claws. Yeah, gave me 1. Okay. So I did get 3 of a kind, and I'm doing 4, so it's going to deal 5 damage, but I am going to gain 3 health. So we're up to 19. I'm up to 19. I'm dealing 5 damage to him. Okay, so I'm dealing 5 to him, and we're going to spend 1 of these to add in another 2. We're going to use Jeff, and that gives 7, which kills him. And give me 2 more momentum. So not a bad turn. All right. So I just have 1 guy left to take out. Now I could move around. I could move around this way. So I think that's what I'm going to do, because I'm still going to be adjacent to him, so I'm protected basically from this thing. So I'm going to move over here to take the combat point. That's my movement. We're going to do upkeep. There's nothing to worry about. We do income, combat, and a card. Ooh, I got barrage. I can upgrade this. We're going to do that. It's going to cost me 3. But it'll be worth it because I only got 1 guy left to fight, but then I exit out, and I am going to pick these other tokens up just so you know. I'm going to get these. And but because all this stuff will continue. So everything I'm earning now when I go into the boss fight, I keep going. So it's not the end of the mission and I don't have to restart. You maintain, which that's why this hurts, because I don't get to increase my health. All right. Oh, I got to remember this card. Okay. So I moved. What did I just do? Oh, I gained. Did I just do my income? Okay, I'm just having a. I just had a brain fart. Oh, I forgot to flip this guy over too. I have completely zoned out on what I just did. I moved. I got the combat point. I think I did my okay. I think I did that. I think I did my income. All right. So we're rolling now, right? Oh yeah, because I paid this. Yes, I just did this upgrade card. That's all right. And then I started talking about why I do it now with only 1 guy left, but that's why, because I'll have that available to me when I go fight the boss. Okay, all right, we got a little bit different dice. We're finally getting a little variety. That guy's got 17 damage on him. I didn't roll his dice last time. It's a 5. Crap, the bleed comes off. Okay, so we don't need that dice anymore. So I don't have a negative status effect, so I really don't want to regenerate. It would only give me 1 health and only take 3 from him. Really need to do more damage than that. 6-5. If I did a severe threat, holding this and this, if I could get these 2 to be claws, I can do 7 damage and possibly do some more. We're going to try that. So we're going to try to get severe threat here. There we go. It shouldn't have been that hard. So we're going to do 7 damage, but we're also going to rage to do 10. I don't want to do this one because I take damage. I deal more and gain another rage, but it's too expensive. So I am going to spend this card to rage on him. So we're doing 10 damage. Okay, he's down to 7. Then I get to roll 3 dice, and I get to do an extra damage for every claw. On an adamantium, I inflict alpha. On masks, I add 3 damage. So I did a mask, so it's 3 more damage. On adamantiums, inflict. It's a stack limit of 1, so he gets that. Which I think I had to chuck the card. So I don't have to put it on him. Because the card that I could take 4 undefendable damage is in my discard. So instead of doing this, I can take a momentum. So we're just going to do that because it doesn't have any impact on him. So, no, I'm over here. Deal 7 damage. I'm adding 3. Oh, crap. What is wrong with my brain tonight? Did he start at 7 or did he have something else and I just took him down to 7? Or did I just kill him? I'm getting so distracted. It's late. I am tired. But despite being tired, I couldn't sleep. So I'm like, I'm going to come down and do a mission. And I've got brain fog going on. I don't know what I just did. I know I did this. I think I took the 7 out already. I'm pretty sure. And then I'm doing an additional 3. So I'm going to put him down to 4. I think I did that right. I don't know. I can't roll back the video at the moment to see what I did. So we're going to leave it at that. So he's down to 4. I can spend a momentum. You know what I can do? I can spend a momentum, right, to give 2 damage, which puts it to 2. I can actually kill him. Okay, and then I could exhaust this card to add an additional 2. And I think I'm going to do that. And what happens is I lose him. He goes to the bottom of the ally deck, so I lose him because I'm exhausting him. But it will kill him, this guy, completely off. It will put out that. I will gain. So I lose 1, gain 2. And basically, this mission is over. The only thing left to do would be for me, because I can move in any way. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to move here to gain this token, move here to gain that, to gain these things. And of course I can pick these up and then just walk out. So I'm basically going to gather all these things. So I'm going to gain an evasive token. I'm going to gain a combat point, which I can take into my next. And if I did this, like I move, I pick this up, and I do a round, to me, that's kind of cheating because then I'm going to be like, oh, well, I'm going to move, pick this up, do an income, do an upkeep. I'm not going to do that. Everybody's dead. Well, actually, no, because the security turret can now hit me because all the people on the ground are dead. So, where was this? There. And did I move on to that? I think that's what I did. I think I was there. So I am going to do this and just take a turn, but I'm going to have to roll for the security turret every turn. So I could, and now there's no allies. He will inflict bleed and deal 4 undefendable damage to me. That's not good, especially at 19. So I can't just kind of laze around and pick everything up. So I did complete the mission because I defeated all the henchmen. I don't have to pick these all up. That's the goal, to pick them up or defeat all the henchmen, which I have done. You can't defeat these orange ones. They're snipers, security turrets. These things are, you can't touch them. So, and they're not henchmen. So all of these guys are gone. I beat the mission. All I have to do is exit. I wanted to get these things to get some additional points to go into the next round with the boss, but um, that's not going to happen. So I defeated him. I can't move right now, so he's going to have another shot to kill me. So that does end my turn. Yeah, there's nothing there to do. Let's roll these. Ah, crap. So he got this. So I'm going to take, he's going to inflict the bleed because it is a turret. And I'm taking 4 damage, undefendable. I'm down to 15 headed into the boss. This is not good, people. All right, so then I start out, I'm moving, and it's like, I'm running out. And that ends it. So, but that bleed is still going to be there at the start of the boss run. And, I would have needed to move this. Once he hit me, this would move, and I would lose a combat point. So I did lose a combat point because the crisis clock would still rotate. But that's it. So, all in all, it was rough. I'm down to 15 health. I've never been that low going into a boss. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I really need to start probably just focusing on the claws and getting some healing. I'm really going to need to focus like on these 3 attacks when I go into the boss here soon. And I'm probably going to have to recruit one of these guys. So Professor X came out, and I don't know. I'm going to need one of these 2 that gives me a shield. Probably end up going with Nightcrawler, but we will see. So, but that's it for that. It was successful. I did win. So please give us a like, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell icon so you know when new content's dropping. Feel free to share this with your friends and comment. Let us know what you think. Hope you enjoyed the video. Really appreciate you supporting us by just watching the channel and spreading the news about us, letting others know if you enjoyed this content. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day, and I will be back. I'm not coming back till tomorrow, but tomorrow I will do the boss mission of Kingpin, and that will be a separate video anyway, so it'll be following this. So keep an eye out for Kingpin boss mission. All right, have a great one.